Tonight we start Week 5 with a primetime matchup, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Shamrocks of St. Louis.
Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. It's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, it's been a lost first month of the season, that's for sure, as they come in with an 0-4 record.
And the window's not shut on them, though. They still have a chance to make something out of this season, but it has to start right now.
And no run back here on the opening kickoff, as we'll start at the 25. So here come the Bears to take over on offense behind their third-year quarterback, former Ohio State Buckeye Charles Justin Fields.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
Fields throw taken in by Landry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. And Khalil Herbert was the one he was looking for.
And now bring up second down.
But you look at this defense.
They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call it. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Now it's Fields. They'll set up the screen for Herbert. Into space at the 45.
And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And they run the option on second down.
Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a 1st down.
It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But if the assignment gets mixed.
Touchdown! DJ Moore, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Bears will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week, we're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
They'll be led out by a 3rd-year pro and 3rd overall pick from North Dakota State. He's battled injuries early in his career, trying to stay healthy now, and that's Trey Lance.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Yeah, they got the win.
They got the win, so you're going to give him another shot?
Give him another shot.
I think the ratio is pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception. He wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 22 carries, 96 yards.
Well, obviously, he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame, he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
Down the sideline he goes, and he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Cam Akers, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Shamrocks respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week. Yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. Here's Fields. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Bears first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. These two teams all tied after 1. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Herbert powering up the middle. There he goes left side. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Khalil Herbert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. He takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The offense trots back out, ready for this next drive, and there's the running back, Cam Akers. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October, because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season, and of course it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and boy, they get downfield for the extra blocks.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. 11 yards there, a 1st down. On play action, Lance. Finding room at midfield.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that will bring up second down.
From midfield, here's Lance.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
To throw, it's Lance.
This will be caught inside the 10. Touchdown!
Devontae Smith.
25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Shamrocks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Chicago offense set to get started. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
3rd down and 1. Fields now to throw.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
The 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. And back deep.
And they get to the football. It's blocked. And that pressure there came from his left side. Maybe could have sped up the release, but he couldn't get it off in time.
And truthfully, the speed should be consistent each and every time. It should be quick mechanics. The best punters are the ones who can catch it, one step, and get rid of the football. Those are the ones you want. Anything more than one step in the NFL, you're flirting with disaster.
Over the middle, complete. That's Turner.
Now Lance.
He'll buy some time right. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Josh Downs
laying himself out in the end zone.
And the Shamrocks take the block punt and convert it into 6 points. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2.
It's a run with Akers.
And he'll get into the end zone. That gives his guys an 8-point lead. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Bears now ready to take over again.
Don't jump, ready?
Now a first down throw, Fields.
He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
On first down, it's Fields.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
On first and 10, here's Fields.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sat back at the 38.
Here's Fields. That's complete to his running back, Herbert.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Tough spot here, third down and 11. To throw is Fields.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
Well, the offense trots back out, ready for this next drive, and there's the running back, Cam Akers.
And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books. But it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point.
That would complete to Dax Milne.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They'll get 34 yards there.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down.
Now Lance again.
And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And that'll be off the crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. And this will stay a one-score game as the lead holds at 8. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he finally goes out of bounds, so he couldn't take it the distance, but all the way inside the 15.
In a game like this, you're fighting, you're scratching, you're clawing, you're hammering away. That return has the feel of maybe cracking the rock and giving them a chance to get a big-time advantage.
This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
63 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. Lance going to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Akers diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2. Lance going to try to throw for this. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Off play action. Fields going right side here, and that's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So it's a turnover there on the lost fumble, and this third quarter could not really have started worse.
I think that's a great observation because this was a close game at the half. They gave up the...
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Fields on first down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Meanwhile, Fields throw complete there to Thomas. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Fields throwing again. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Partner, I think they saw something there. I mean, they came from the right side deliberately, and you know there's always a designated guy who goes and blocks it, but it's the rest of his teammates that get him free.
The offense trots back out, ready for this next drive, and there's the running back, Cam Akers. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
We're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
A give up the middle to Akers. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Going right back to Akers. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Rolling to his right. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll give him a new set of downs. And now they'll throw with Lance. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for first downs instead of airing it out.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the fourth. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Here's Lance to throw it. They'll roll him out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Akers. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Cam Akers, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Shamrocks add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101, check that box.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now Fields. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lewis. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Fields. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up. They'll go again here with Akers. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 87 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Stopped on the play by Jaquan Brisker. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this taken in by Downs. And they work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Lance now to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Trey Lance, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Shamrocks are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse. And it's a fumble. It's going the other way. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
On the handoff, it's Akers. Oh, good move. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been a bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
A good display of footwork. It gets him just inside the 5 to the 4. That's a gain of 6 on the first down run. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Point after here coming up. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Chicago offense set to get started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
You're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one